All right, let's dive right into this explainer. We're looking at the antidote to chaos, an executive's daily timeline. Today, we are going to completely reframe mundane, everyday habits and turn them into your ultimate toolkit for sustained, high-level performance. If you're constantly feeling like your day is just a relentless series of putting out fires, well, you're in the exact right place. We're going to break down the exact daily timeline that separates truly effective leaders from the ones who are just perpetually exhausted. So ask yourself, are you running your company or is chaos running you? I mean, you know the exact feeling we're talking about here. You blink, suddenly it's 5 p.m. Your inbox is still an absolute disaster. Your team needs 5 different answers from you right this second, and you haven't actually moved the needle on a single major priority all day. You're just spinning your wheels, right? Here's our 24-hour roadmap for this explainer. First, escaping executive burnout, then morning routine essentials, daytime focus strategies, automating with AI tools, evening preparation steps, and finally, the sleep foundation. Let's get into it. Section 1. Escaping executive burnout, from firefighting to sustained clarity. Let's start by looking at why the typical executive lifestyle, the 4 hours of sleep and constant hustle, is just biologically unsustainable. We've all heard the advice, right? Wake up at 5 a.m., grind it out, hustle harder. It sounds like something a productivity cult leader would pitch you, as if just dragging yourself out of bed in the pitch black is going to magically hand you a six-figure income. But honestly, that's a complete myth. It's the myth of toxic hustle culture versus the reality of the boring consistency that actually sustains elite performance. Take a look at the burnout executive. They are constantly reacting to chaos, doom scrolling late into the night, and running on completely random sleep schedules. Now, compare that to the optimized executive. They aren't doing anything flashy. They're literally just gaining quiet, focused time, reading daily, and getting consistent rest. Boring? Yeah, maybe, but absolutely effective for the long haul. Moving on to Section 2, Morning Routine Essentials, Building Psychological Momentum. So how do we actually secure early wins before the world starts taking bites out of your day? Well, it's not about forcing yourself to be a morning person if you naturally aren't. It's entirely about gaining quiet, focused time before distractions can hijack your brain. Looking at our daily timeline, it kicks off at 6 a.m., or really whatever your specific early hour is. This is when you're ahead of the phone calls. You're ahead of everyone else's emergencies. You are claiming your own mental real estate for the day. And these small, seemingly trivial steps we take here, they compound immensely. Think about making your bed. It takes, 2 minutes? But it's a huge psychological win that tells your brain right away, hey, I am someone who finishes things. Then drinking water. This is crucial because your body is 60% water. When you're dehydrated after a full night's sleep, you get massive brain fog and fake hunger. And journaling. Listen, it's not a diary. You're simply debugging your brain. You're breaking that endless loop of executive stress and getting the clutter out of your head by answering 3 super simple questions. What went well? What didn't? And what am I learning? All right, Section 3, Daytime Focus Strategies, Defending Your Focus and Leverage. Because, let's face it, once that morning piece evaporates, your attention is under heavy attack from literally every direction. As we hit the middle of our timeline, right around 1 p.m., the focus naturally shifts to stripping away those distractions and heavily leveraging your time. This is where we stop playing defense and start actively protecting our productivity. Protecting your time means you've got to say no more often. No excuses, just protect your boundaries so you prevent resentment. People pleasers burn out while boundary setters thrive. Also, take a 20 to 30-minute walk every single day. Seriously, stop being desk furniture. Your body was designed to move, not sit staring at screens for 12 straight hours. And read. Reading anything for just 15 to 20 minutes a day rebuilds an attention span that's been totally cooked by 15-second videos. Plus, that short daily reading habit equals 10 to 12 books a year. But hey, there is an invisible enemy to this daytime focus that we need to address right now. 47. Yeah, that is the average number of unused apps sitting on a phone right now. They're just silently draining your attention and creating this invisible mental clutter that absolutely needs to be deleted. Digital clutter is real clutter, guys. Every unread badge, every random notification, that's just someone else's priority interrupting yours. Spend 10 minutes a day decluttering your phone and desktop. If you haven't used an app in 30 days, just delete it. Take your attention back. Next up, Section 4, Automating with AI Tools, the ultimate executive leverage. If you want to truly scale your focus, you have got to automate those repetitive, boring, administrative tasks that are eating your day alive. And no, you don't need to buy some $997 online masterclass that screams fake scarcity. Instead, use structured learning from real institutions on platforms like Coursera to practically apply tools like ChatGPT and DeepSeek. You don't need highly technical theory here. You just need to know how to sort endless data streams automatically using DeepSeek, or how to draft those repetitive, routine emails perfectly using solid ChatGPT prompts. By upskilling practically, you stop guessing on complex decisions. You let AI do all the heavy administrative lifting so you can actually focus on strategy. Which brings us to Section 5, Evening Preparation Steps, the shutdown routine. How you close out today is literally the guarantee for tomorrow's success. Your evening routine is basically a gift you're handing to your future self. Arriving at the evening phase of our timeline, around 8 p.m., we implement the unsexy but incredibly vital steps of the shutdown routine. This is your essential bridge between a chaotic workday and a genuinely restful night. These evening habits are your safety net against bad fatigue decisions. Take tracking your spending, for instance. Doing this for just a couple of minutes plugs those mindless financial leaks. Then, meal prep. You do this so your hungry, exhausted brain doesn't make a ridiculous $40 gas station junk food run at 9 p.m. And doing a quick 2-minute daily clean, that stops small daily messes from turning into entire weekend disasters. Stretching for 5 minutes actively signals to your body it's time to wind down, all while undoing the physical tension of sitting in a chair for 12 hours. And finally, jotting down a few things you're grateful for actively rewires your brain right out of its natural survival mode negativity bias. But here's the absolute ultimate hack. Planning tomorrow, today. Do this so you never wake up and waste your first hour just trying to figure out where the heck to start. Spending 3 to 5 minutes every single night mapping out your top 3 priorities completely removes morning decision fatigue. Think about it. Your morning brain is slow. Don't force it to prioritize while it's still booting up. Plan when you're sharp in the evening so you can execute when you're fresh in the morning. And finally, Section 6, the Sleep Foundation, Biology Trumps Life Hacks. Listen, let's move to the final, absolutely non-negotiable layer of the optimized executive's routine. If you skip this, absolutely nothing else we've talked about is going to work. Without a consistent circadian rhythm, every other habit we've discussed is 10 times harder. That makes sleep the ultimate productivity hack. Going to bed at random times is like changing time zones every single day. Your body has literally no idea what's happening. You need consistency. Same time every night, yes, even on weekends. Sleep isn't lazy. It is the bedrock of your focus, your energy, and your mood. Fix this first, and I promise you, everything else gets easier. As the saying goes, protect your time like it's money, because it's more valuable. Time is the one asset you are never, ever getting back. Take control of it through these boring yet completely transformative everyday habits. Build your consistency, leverage the right AI tools, and watch your executive burnout just fade away. So what will you accomplish when you finally stop letting chaos dictate your schedule? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.